Alright, so today we're just going to do a quick warm-up here. It says solve for x, and we have two things that have x in it, but the thing we need to realize is what kind of angles they are, and they're across from each other in an x, so they are vertical angles. And we know something about vertical angles. They are congruent, which just means they're equal or the same. So I know that this angle is equal to this angle. So what I can write is 5x minus 2 has to be equal to 4x plus 17. And I need to solve for x, so I am going to get all of my x's on one side. So I'm going to do minus 4x on both sides. And when I do that, I get x minus 2 equals 17. And then the next step is going to be to add 2 to both sides. And then I'm going to get x equals 17 plus 2, which is 19. Today's goal, we want to learn the names of angles on parallel lines. So the first word we're going to learn about is called a transversal. And it says right here the definition, a line that intersects two or more other lines in a plane. So the transversal in this picture is going to be this line that cuts through these two parallel lines. We know lines blank are parallel because of so we know that the lines N and M are parallel because of and there's these little marks, and that just says that these two lines are parallel to each other. So that's how you tell somebody, hey, these lines are parallel, if they can't really see. So if you see these symbols, you know that means parallel. And a transversal is just a line that cuts through both of them. Now we're going to talk about corresponding angles, and it says angles that are in the same location. So it says name all the corresponding angles. So if you look here, there's two lines that are parallel, B and C, and then there's a transversal, which is A right here. And when you cut two parallel lines with the transversal, you get corresponding angles. And what that means is corresponding means this 3 looks a lot like this number 8, and these two are corresponding. So I'm going to say 3 and 8. And the thing about corresponding angles is they are congruent. So I know that 3 is equal to 8. I also know that 4 corresponds with 5. So angle 4 and 5. I'm going to do a different color here. I'll try green. So 1 corresponds to 6. And we'll do purple. And 2 corresponds to 7. Oops. And it says color all of them. I did mine in 4 different colors. As long as you understand what's going on, should be good. And these are called corresponding because they're in the same location. But it only works when there is a transversal. Alright, the next thing we're going to look at are alternate interior angles. So it says these are angles that are on the inside the parallel lines that lie on opposite sides of the transversal. So I have my transversal here. I'm just going to put a T there for transversal. And it says color the parallel lines. I'm going to color them purple. And I'm going to make my transversal red so we can see that's the line that's cutting through there. So alternate interior. So on the inside, in between the two parallel lines, alternate interior. Interior means inside, so 4 and 6 are AIAs, alternate interior, and the inside. So angles 4 and 6, and then also angles 3 and 5. And they're called alternate interior because they are on the inside in between the two parallel lines. Then we have something called alternate exterior angles. These are angles on the outside of the parallel lines that lie on the opposite sides of the transversal. So I'm going to color my parallel lines again. I'm going to color them blue this time. So here's my parallel. Here's my parallel. I'll make my transversal red. So I'm looking on the outsides. So the outsides this time. So you're talking about 4 and 1 and 8 and 7. So the ones that are alternate exterior, if you look at 4, it matches up with 7. So angle 4 and angle 7. And then I'm going to try to do this one in orange. So angle 1 is alternate exterior angle with angle 8. And the thing about all of these angles is that they are congruent. All right, good luck.